Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of our sponsors as well. And if you listen here in the home office, you can hear that heat running. There are going to be a lot of expensive heat bills coming up here in December. We've got multiple rounds of these bowling balls of Arctic air that'll flood southward, very consistent with what we call an easterly QBO pattern. That was something discussed in the winter outlook, and we're seeing those bowling balls of cold drop southward as well. And it was pretty cold this morning behind that cold front. A lot of you got a little bit above freezing yesterday, but then the cold came right back in this morning with 5 above at Rochester, 10 at Winnemac, 14 at the Purdue Airport, 9 at Pine Village, down to 7 here at Fowler, and 14 at Thorntown. But there is a thaw ahead. We may actually see some 40s in parts of the area. The problem is it's very brief. And after that, much colder air will come in, some minor Alberta Clipper type snowfall. Then we should see a much bigger thaw towards Christmas. I think 50s are on the table for sure, with some rain and then colder air after Christmas, and then especially getting into January. It looks like we're setting the stage for potentially 2 kind of polar vortex kind of events coming in January that could send a night or two down to about 20 below zero actual air temperature and daily highs below zero as well. But the snow cover shows up well. This is all snowpack here, but these elements are clouds. So some clouds with a decent amount of sunshine in our forecast area today. This is a warm front approaching, and as this warm front comes in tonight, clouds will continue to increase. We can see some of the patchy mid-level clouds here on US 41 at Fowler, and there's 231 right through the heart of Rensselaer, where it's 23 at Rensselaer, it's 21 at Pine Village, but it's only 19 at Kentland, and we're hanging on at 26 at Crawfordsville. So we've got one clipper that moves north of us tonight. You see it right here? That may bring a brief bout of a few snow showers early tomorrow morning. We're talking between about 5 and 8:30 in the morning. There could be a little band of some scattered snow showers that comes through. It's not completely out of the question. That could bring a light dusting of snow to parts of the area, mainly in the north, a light dusting to kind of blow around a little bit. But then once that goes through, we're in the thaw tomorrow afternoon before a cold front comes in with time on Wednesday with a secondary clipper. This clipper moves on, little weak front brushes by. This clipper brings some rainfall on Wednesday as we rise into the 40s. And then behind its cold front, much stronger cold front, some scattered snow showers that may drop a few dustings will be possible. And we can see here, this is the snowfall projection showing a few strips here of some dustings, little coatings of snow with those snow showers on the back side of that second clipper. So the first one brings snow up here, and then the second one brings snow up here. So this is where the heavy accumulations will be. And the only thing we're looking at is, again, maybe a few light dustings tomorrow morning, mainly in the north, and then some light dustings of snow later Wednesday night as the colder air does come in. And then other clippers to watch. So the bitter cold comes in. Here comes another one at the end of the week, and then another one perhaps late in the weekend or early next week. And both of these, or either one of them, could bring some minor, very minor, dry, fluffy, accumulating snow to the area, and the wind will pick up with these as well and blow some of that snow around. But you can see 2 of these coming through amidst all that cold air around, and then the warm-up gets in. Much warmer weather with a big thaw towards Christmas. And with that, you'll notice the green, some rain showers coming in. We'll have some fog around as well, and temperature surging potentially well into the 50s. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. May even be pushing 60. And then things change after that. It will start turning colder again. So this is now through December the 22nd. We see the cold bursts coming in, just like that. But watch the warmth for Christmas time, near Christmas come in. So there's your cold burst, last one. And then finally at the end here, the warmth comes in. So here's your cold coming in, especially late in the week and into the weekend and into next week. And then here comes the warmth just in time for the start of Christmas. So no white Christmas, but behind this warmth you see here around Christmas, look what happens. The cold air starts to come back in. So below normal temperatures will return around New Year's. We could be 20 degrees below normal. My thought process here is that we may get a little snow in early January, then it may warm up. And it will warm up ahead of what this is looking like in mid-January. This is looking like a polar vortex event. A piece of that polar vortex, that area is so loose, a piece comes off and moves southward. These numbers are 30 to near 50 degrees below normal. So this would bring us highs below zero and overnight lows 15 to 20 below. So your highs of like 8 or 10 below and your overnight lows 15 to 20 below zero. That's kind of what we're looking at here with this burst of a piece of the polar vortex in late January. And I think at the very end of January, we may have a similar situation with brutally cold air coming because we're going to lay down some good snowpack. Yes, we've got some clipper systems with some very minor snowfall ahead, and even in very early January, probably a clipper system that brings a little snow. I think it's a bigger snow system coming in mid-January, just ahead of that polar vortex event that brings down significant snow. So this is snow depth in mid-January in the midst of that polar vortex event, and you can see anywhere from 8 to 11 inches of snow on the ground here. So we put the deep snowpack down, that kind of locks the cold in, and 2 rounds, mid-January and then likely again very late January, possibly very early February, where again daily highs below zero. And your wind chills 40 below. If we're going to get wind chills to 20 below zero in the next 14 days, it is likely going to be late in the weekend and very early next week. But the coldest ones of the entire winter will likely be with those 2 polar vortex events mid-January and very late January, maybe to very early February. So tonight, temperatures rising, clouds increasing, warm front comes through, a few scattered snow showers. Late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we'll be at 24 at 7. Watch for a few local dustings, especially in the north. The lows vary from 5 to 25 with the front coming northward. So your wind chills, the wind picks up late when it's warming up. So early tomorrow morning, wind chills single digits to mid-teens. Tomorrow itself, a couple flakes early, then maybe a couple little spotty light rain showers late in the day. Not a big deal, but clouds, a little sun poking through, some thawing, a snow melt day with 41, but a lot of wind. Wind strong out of the southwest, gusting 30 to 40. So even in the afternoon with highs 37 to 44, your wind chills will still be running in the 20s and the 30s. There is the falling temperature pattern on Wednesday. So we hit 43 with some rain showers, then we fall, scattered snow showers, some dustings late. A lot of wind on Wednesday. Some of these gusts late in the day could exceed 40 miles an hour, perhaps 36 to about 48 miles an hour for peak gusts over the area. Breezy, cold Thursday. Some scattered snow showers are possible, 29. Snow possible late Friday, 21. 12 Saturday, 6 below zero on Sunday morning. Only in the teens Monday. Again, be aware of some snow late Sunday into Monday morning. And then we start to warm up. We're up to 40 by a week from Thursday. And these clipper snows will be pretty minor, but still may slicken up roads just a little bit.